It's a Leviathan Trap. Oh my god, I just butchered my intro. But anyways, man, what's good, YouTube? It's a Leviathan Prophecy. And you know what, man? I just wanted to give a shout out to Damian Leonard and Devin Booker. For the past what 5 6 years, there's been a lot of notion that oh, Damian Lillard should sign here, Damian Lillard should sign with LeBron James, Devin Booker should go to the Los Angeles Lakers, or this and that. They're going to retire their own way. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Allen Iverson did it. And a lot of people may not liked how Iverson didn't want any help. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure if you gave Allen Iverson another superstar, he wouldn't flourish well. Allen Iverson is a player that likes to do things his way, that likes to do it by himself, alone. You know, just add a couple of role players around him, and he could take you very, very far. And obviously he did take them very, very far. Even though they didn't win a championship, at least they got to the dance. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Damian Leonard. Damian Leonard said that he doesn't like teaming up with other players. He likes competition. Same thing with Devin Booker. Look how many times the Lakers tried to reel in Devin Booker. Didn't work out. Phoenix Suns wasn't budging. I mean, obviously, I think they learned from their, Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire days not to get rid of stars so easily. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I mean, obviously, Dame Dollar is the same way. I mean, McCollum and Damian Leonard has been together for quite some time now. You know, and you added Carmelo Anthony. You thought that their offense was going to be more dynamic, which it hasn't really. But I mean, it is what it is. Just add a I don't know. Maybe they just need to tweak something on the defensive things. You know what I'm saying? Now if DeMarcus Aldridge would have resigned with the Portland Blazers, I don't know. I don't know. But obviously he didn't. I guess he didn't want to go relive the whole saga again with them. You know what I'm saying? But those are the players. I mean, Trey Young too. Trey Young strikes me as a guy that don't like to be with super teams. Zion, RJ, all them. Probably Edwards. Strikes me as those type of players that don't like to be with super teams. You know, but yeah, man. Because if they don't win a championship, y'all gonna say, oh, y'all gonna play the what ifs like, oh, what if Damian Lillard did go to the Lakers? He would have won a championship. Like, championship doesn't mean anything, Like, I always tell, my son that, whatever you do in life, do it to the best of your abilities, you know? A championship in any sport is a participation trophy, you know? It's like a it's like a pat on the back, like you did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember in preschool where you used to get like not in preschool but in first grade where you used to get those little stickers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting the hundreds and check marks, you got a little sticker. It's the same thing, you know? It's the same thing. So I don't view it as, oh, if you don't win a championship, you're nothing. Like what is a championship, to be honest with you? You know? Like, if you win a championship, so what? Tom Brady has how many championships? 7? Tom Brady has more championships than most of these franchises combined. Well, not really combined together, because obviously combined together, they would have, way more championships than Tom Brady. But just single handedly, just by each team, I mean, it's laughable, you know. And now he's trying to go to his eighth, you know. Like imagine if Tom Brady repeats. Now that's a super team, you know. Have the great quarterback, have the great receiver, have the great tight end, have the great defense. Like who's gonna slow them down? Unless injury. I know I'm going off topic, but I'm just trying to make a point. Like without unless injury, if injury occurs, that's the only thing I see them slowing down. You know, because if you look at both conferences, AFC and NFC, the Giants, hell no. The Eagles, no. The Cowboys, no. You know what I'm saying? So back to my point where I say that Damian Lillard and Damian Lillard and Devin Booker is going to do it their way, whether they win a championship or not. Hey, you know, like in today's game is all about branding. Nobody cares about winning a damn championship. Like to be honest with you, in football or basketball, like nobody necessarily cares. You know, like they don't. They care more about their branding than they do winning championships. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that yeah, sports is not forever. My career can get, you know, cut short just like that. So you gotta make the most of what you got. You know what I'm saying? Whether you play a physical go, whether you're playing a physical game or a non-physical game, it doesn't really matter. They're going to get money whatever they do in life. You know, they have extra. They have three, two, five different incomes coming in, so they're gonna be straight regardless if they retire a championship or not. They're gonna be straight because they got the endorses. They got freaking sneakers, so they have so many things going for them. They don't necessarily need you know, a championship. Now, a championship might be great. It may look great, but at the end of the day, sports has changed, you know, and it's changed for the worse, you know? Like if RJ Barrett don't win a championship in the next 5 to 10 years, you think that's gonna crush his career? Like he's gonna be one of those all-time greats that's never won it, you know? Like he's gonna be the Oscar Robinson, no, not Oscar Robinson, because Oscar Robinson won a championship. Um, he's gonna be the Western Westbrook of his era, minus the shooting, because obviously RJ Barrett can shoot. But he's just gonna be the Russell Westbrook of his generation, or he's gonna be a Damian Lillard of his generation. Great player, talented player, but never won a championship. You know, same thing with Kyrie. If LeBron James never went back to Cleveland, you think Kyrie would win a championship? Hell to the no. You know, like this would be literally Kyrie's first championship if he won it in Brooklyn. If he won it, if he won a championship with the Brooklyn Nets, it would have been his first championship. If KD didn't go to the Warriors, it would have been KD's first championship. This would be James Harden's first championship. Steve Nash never won a championship. So you have all these what ifs going into the Brooklyn's favor, right? Because we all know if KD didn't go to the Warriors, he would have been ringless. James Harden's already ringless. If LeBron James didn't go back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving would have been ringless. So, and then plus you have a coach that don't even have a championship pedigree. So you have all these things going against you, and y'all just want to sit there and form super teams. Like, enough is enough, man. Like, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. You know, like I feel sorry. I feel so sorry for these up and coming teams that's trying to prove themselves. You know, that's trying to make themselves better. That's trying to get their fan base the best product possible. But if y'all just go out there and forming super teams, where is that possibly fun? Now, like I said, I could just sit back, sip tea. What can go wrong will go wrong in my Stephen A. Smith voice because the Brooklyn Nets are an accident waiting to happen. Just like the Dallas Cowboys, The Brooklyn Nets are an accident waiting to happen, and I don't even have them winning the championship. I don't, because for them to for 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 what the Brooklyn Nets have done, they have sabotaged the New York. They have sabotaged the city of New York. Like nobody cares about the Knicks. Nobody cares about, R.J. Barrett and Derrick Rose and and Tom Thibodeau. Like nobody cares about the New York Knicks because they're not making any noise. They didn't make noise in the off season. They didn't make noise in the free agency. So why would I spend my lifetime rooting for a team that's not going anywhere compared to a Brooklyn Nets team that's probably going to make the playoffs, and and they're they're going to the NBA Finals because out of the East, I don't see no team stopping them unless injury occurs. That's the only way. And if injury does occur, I think they could somehow still advance to the second round. Because we've seen that in the regular season. When KD is not playing, James Harden goes off. When James Harden is not playing, Kyrie goes off. When Kyrie and James Harden is not playing, Kyrie goes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody and anybody can get hot. But but the teams, the players that are not on super teams, it kind of diminish their value, you know? Because now all of a sudden we're just going to focus on the super team. Like, for me, I can care less. I can care less what the Brooklyn Nets do because I know in my heart that the Brooklyn Nets are the Brooklyn Nets. They have done this countless times. They have done this countless times. They done it. They have done this when they was New Jersey Nets, and now they're doing it. Now they're doing it with the Brooklyn Nets. And I have issues with the ownership. I think it's ownership. When you have a Russian owner who don't know jack shit about basketball. Now I'm not saying that the owner is behind this, but he's letting it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a Russian owner that don't know basketball, I think that's why the culture is just dead. They don't have a winning championship. They don't have a winning culture. I think that's why they've been so god awful for so long. It's because they don't have a winning champion. They don't have a winning culture. They don't. All they have to show for is just playoff woes. Loss, loss, loss in the second round, loss in the first round, loss in the second round, loss in the first round. So you think you adding all these damn superstars is gonna make it better? No. So, like I said, man, shout out to Damian Lillard and Devin Booker. Um, you know, because if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. You know, if the glass is if the glass is half empty, don't drink it. You know, like a blind might like a blind like I don't know, but all I know is Brooklyn Nets ain't winning jack shit. Sorry for cussing, but the Brooklyn Nets ain't winning jack. You're not standing by my word, you know? Like, I know a lot of people are shocked, they're mad, they're, confused, they're this and they're that. They have to be. It's sports. I mean, come on. I mean, you don't wake up to the perfect girlfriend, perfect wife, perfect son. Like, everybody has flaws, man. And that's what makes it so much better. It's gonna freaking crash and burn so bad. Whew. Ooh, it's gonna crash and burn so bad. I feel sorry for Nets fans, man. I really do. Because the NBA is not that stupid to make them automatic champions. Like the NBA is not stupid. Like I see where the NBA is going. I really do. They did this to a lot of big super teams. Now, whether or not you want to say, well, this team is different, well, they just okay, we understand. You know, we understand. James Harden is an ISO player. Kevin Durant is an ISO player. James Harden is an ISO player. Kyrie Irving is an ISO player. We all understand that. The great Michael Jordan said that you can't not win championships playing ISO. That's not real basketball. Like every time I see James Harden play basketball, it hurts my brain. It really does. Cause he's like every time I see James Harden play basketball, he reminds me of some cat. He remind me of a cat I used to play basketball with. His name was Dave Dave Sellerman. Big dude, well tall dude, but he had the handles. He can play. Like he was real smooth around the rim. They offered him a scholarship, right? He denied that because he had drug problems. He was keep on puffing in all day every day. Like his girlfriend asked him to quit, his friends asked him to quit. Obviously, he overdosed, and he passed away at the age of 29. You know what I'm saying? So, but he had a lot of potential, man. He had a lot of potential. But at the same time, like his family had a lot of drug history. His uncle was a was a. I'm not even gonna go down the line with that. Just know that his family had drug issues, you know, and obviously affected him. So I mean, but he had a lot of promising. He had a lot of promising. He left behind two boys. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just stuff like that, man. That's you don't necessarily know what's going on with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's a health issue. You don't know if it's a crisis issue. You don't know what's going on with Kyrie. But you just hope and pray that everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? You never want to wish bad upon anybody. You know, because they just play the sport just for a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if you were to ask all of them to play basketball for free, they would have they would have said hell no. You know what I'm saying? Pay me first and then I'll play. Same with any sport. We have we don't have that leverage. We have to go out there each and every day, work, 9 to 5 job, come home, and just do it all over again. While they're just getting while they're going out there getting paid millions and millions of dollars just to play a sport that they love since they were children. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have that right. I'm pretty sure YouTube has that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, again, there's a lot of people that use YouTube as a platform to get rich. You know, some have disabilities, some don't. Because I know a lot of people who do have YouTube and still work a 9 to 5 job. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of YouTubers that have 500, 600 followers, but still work a 9 to 5 job. I know some YouTubers that have 19 followers, 20, but still work a 9 to 5 job. So I just think that sometimes in life we disvalue stuff because it's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not real. Like if LeBron James were to win another championship, y'all would still call him, Le Bum or Le this or Le that or Le this or Le that. Why? Like he's never done anything wrong to you. He's just doing what he loved to do since he was a child. You know, it's not like it's not his fault that you have to take his dreams away from him. Like I was never that. I hated LeBron James, but I just had to come. I just had to realize that hate is such a strong word. You know, like you can appreciate people for what they do, but why hate? You know, like for me, I don't like cheaters. If you're a cheater, get out my way. You know what I'm saying? Just get out my life, get out my way, because I don't deal with cheaters. You know, like if there's one team in the NFL I cannot stand, it's the Patriots, because the Patriots cheated. Did LeBron James cheat? No, he played fair and square. He played fair and square. Whatever he had, whoever and whatever he had on his team, it's 5 on 5. You know, it's not like football where you have to freaking be accountable for every damn player on the field. You know, it's 5 on 5. You know, and ball don't lie. That's another saying my coach used to tell me. Ball do not lie. If the ball goes in, the ball goes in. You know, you just have to pray and hope that it doesn't go in. You know, it's not like a football where you could just throw it and that junk will be in the air for a damn lifetime. And then as soon as you come down with it, you may not even come down with it. You know, you may think that you came down with it, but it touches the dirt or, you know what I'm saying, this and that. And then they have to go back and replay it and do all this, 5-minute delay crap. But with a basketball, it's just either you miss or you make, just like how the jump used to say, it's a make or miss league, you know? So, shout out to Damian Lillard and Devin Booker for not joining teams that, obviously, because the rumors was buzzing. The Lakers was in talks of trading for, Devin Booker. They'll give the Suns like 5 first rounders or 2 or 4 first rounders, and you know what I'm saying? But the Suns wasn't buying it. Same thing with Damian Lillard, you know? There was a lot of talks that Damian Lillard should go to the Bucks, team up with Giannis, or go to the Heat and team up with, Jimmy Butler. The Blazers wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even the Lakers was in discussion of talking about getting Damian Lillard. You know, but like Damian Lillard said, he do not view playing with super teams. He just doesn't like it. He like a fair competition, and we all like a fair competition in life. You know, like we don't have the perfect friends. We don't have the perfect mother-in-law. We don't have the perfect father-in-law. Everybody has their flaws. But, it is what it is. So like, comment, subscribe. And till next time, take care of yourself and each other.